channel, and I'm coming on to check in with all of you carnivores out there, people who want to try carnivore. I hope you can hear me all right. People who, oh my goodness, my people who have suffered from herpes and gone carnivore and found some kind of healing. I have a cat back here. And checking in to see how everybody is doing. And if you guys have noticed, coming onto my channel, that I have started a podcast called Meat Vida, M-E-A-T Vida, real food, real talk. And it is about your journey on the carnivore diet. And it's important. Everyday folk, people like you and me, just coming together and talking about what the carnivore diet or ketovore or ketogenic diet. I'm looking for low carb people, anybody in the low carb realm, people who have taken their health into their own hands, trying to find a solution that, you know, we were not able to find with conventional medicine. And that's not to say that I'm against conventional medicine. I'm not. It can be extremely useful. But there are times, especially with things like autoimmune issues or herpes, right, that conventional medicine has no dietary direction. They say just eat foods that are low in arginine and you'll be fine, or there's nothing else we can do, or good luck, which is basically was the only information that I got for my herpes outbreaks that I was getting all the time. 8 times a year, for those of you who don't know me, 8 months out of the year, I was stuck in the house, sick with these full body herpes outbreaks. And, you know, it was a mess. And the carnivore diet was the only diet that brought me back to my health. And I went from raw vegan, which wasn't bad, really wasn't bad, but raw vegan meaning that you're eating whole foods from the earth and getting away from the processed foods and flours and all of the things that can just really screw this beautiful body of yours up. And at least moving to a whole foods, real foods kind of diet. And I think that is what helped me there. But then the outbreaks continued. And boy, it was something that I just figured it was the meat that was the problem. And I went through years of suffering, finally got to the other side, and found full health on the carnivore diet. I mean, it wasn't just that the outbreaks went away. It wasn't that the Hashimoto's came back down, like there's no indication of any kind of Hashimoto's or thyroid problem anywhere. You know, there's no arthritis, there's no incontinence, there's no UTIs, there's no, you know, old age stuff that you think. I lost all the extra weight that I had gained through menopause. Oh boy. So coming to that, it's getting other people out there to talk about their carnivore journeys. What happened when you went carnivore? I've got 2 podcasts that are public now on my channel, Vida Goes Carnivore. Please go take a look. Please do me a favor, if you like what I do, and subscribe to the channel. I need to get the channel growing and getting the word out there. The more people are watching and the longer you're watching. And apparently the podcasts are interesting because it's not just me here talking to you, it's other people. And it's far more interesting to listen to other people's journeys on the things that changed for them, the healing that happened, not only in their physical bodies. We start with the physical body, what happened? What changed when you went carnivore? What are your difficulties? What were the benefits? And then we move out from the physical realm of just what happened on the physical realm or the physical level, and how did it affect the way your mind works? Did it affect the way your mind works? What were the positives and the negatives in that area? What about in your emotional stability and that emotional heart area? What's going on in there, right? Did things balance out? Did things get worse? And so I'm covering the triad of mind, body, and emotions, and kind of like putting all of that together to see how going carnivore or going ketovore or ketogenic, low carb, has changed or really affected how you present yourself to the world. You know, for example, when I went carnivore for my herpes outbreaks. I just needed to find a solution. I needed to find a way to get rid of them, or I didn't expect to get rid of them. I only expected that maybe, if it doesn't kill me after a month from all this fat, this high fat, and all this meat that I'm eating, if I don't if I don't have a heart attack, maybe it will minimize the outbreaks a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, something. And to my surprise, it just completely eradicated the herpes outbreaks. I haven't had any kind of outbreak, nothing, in 3.5 years. And I started this 4 years ago. So yeah, it took about 6 months for my outbreaks to stop, just for those of you who don't know me. And I was blown away by all the other things that healed. Blown away. How do you explain it? And I'm no researcher, I'm no doctor, I'm just an artist. I live on this beautiful little Greek island. You know, my husband's a fisherman. We have a very, very basic lifestyle. And, you know, I healed me, little old me, right? I'm 60, I'm going to be 61 in May. I look and feel better than I have in well over a decade. I don't know how to explain that. So I want to talk to you. I want to hear your story. I want to hear about your difficulties. It's a very, very friendly, like we just get together and talk. The stage is yours for the most part. I will chime in here and there, but mostly this is about you. So if you are interested in doing a podcast with me, please leave a comment below. Leave your information. We will be in touch. I will get in touch with you, and I'll give you my email. I will put my email in the description here, where you can find me. And yeah, I really want to hear your story. And no, you don't need to be 3 years carnivore. You can be a month carnivore. You can be just starting, and your hopes in this carnivore lifestyle, the things that you are hoping that will change, that maybe you saw some things in a week, that maybe you're having a really hard time, and how do you get through that? Because your story helps others make the change. And people love to hear about, especially beginners, people who are looking to try carnivore, when they hear other people talking about it, not just, you know, somebody with a YouTube channel, but hear other people saying, hey, you know, yeah, I really had a hard time in the second week. You know, my cravings shot through the roof. I don't know why. You know, maybe it was carb withdrawals, you know, which is sugar withdrawal. And my body was just freaking out. right? So I want to hear these stories. If you are interested, comment below and let's talk. Let's set up a date. Very, very friendly carnivore conversation, ketovore conversation, whatever. It doesn't matter. And especially if you're one of my herpes pals, I would really love to talk with you openly on my channel about herpes and the carnivore diet and how that has helped you. If it has helped you, maybe it hasn't. I would love to talk with you. So get in touch with me. Let's put this together. I have some openings coming up for the podcast. If you do an episode with me, it'll be a few weeks before the episode comes up, as I have previous recordings done. It will be a recording, not live, so you don't need to worry about that. We can edit out whatever you need to edit out. You don't even have to be physically there, present, right? We can do like one of those shadow things where you're not, or just a non-video. We can just do an audio podcast if you feel really uncomfortable or you don't want people to know. I am here to eradicate the shame around herpes because, hey, almost everybody has it. And it really is something that we don't need to be ashamed of. Any kind of herpes, any kind. And if there's a way, perhaps by altering your diet or kind of bringing yourself into that primal human state of existence, right? Getting rid of the manufactured stuff, really limiting yourself and getting a handle on who you are in this world, which your diet, what you're choosing to put in your body, is a representative of that as well. What you do with your thought processes, what you choose to do is also an element of that. And how you react to people and yourself emotionally is another aspect of that. So by pulling things in and getting rid of seed oils, by getting rid of processed manufactured foods, just eliminating them, by really, really lowering your carbohydrate levels, just really get rid of the sugars and see how that affects you, not only on a physical level, that's the place where we start, but what it does to you on your mental level. How does it heal your anxiety or lower levels of stress? How does it affect the way that you present yourself to the world? I think when we talk with all sorts of other people and they're all basically saying the same things as what I experienced, that everything comes into balance, that the pendulum no longer swings way over to one side and then over to the other, that you just kind of come into a balanced state of existence. This is your primal, vital health. That is your birthright. And I want to hear your story, okay? I'm going to shut down for now. Thanks for coming out with me. Take a look at my beautiful island. You can see it here. Let me give you a better view of what's going on, what I get to look at on a daily basis. It's really quite beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So have a beautiful day, everyone. If you are interested, get in touch with me, okay? Leave a comment below. Take care. Bye.